Welcome to Buckeyes Tomorrow Morning for Sunday, March 16th. I'm your host, Tom Orr. The Texas game in 167 days, the game against Michigan in 258 days. If you're planning your next event, make it unforgettable with Grateful Griddle, Columbus's favorite food truck, serving up smash burgers, gourmet sandwiches, and good vibes. Book your catering today at gratefulgriddleoh.com. All right, on today's show, you're going to get a chance to hear from Ohio State running backs coach Carlos Locklyn. He came in kind of late last year after Tony Alford departed for Michigan and had a really immensely successful freshman year, first year anyway. Yes, freshman year kind of works too, at Ohio State. All they did was have a couple 1,000-yard backs, won a national championship, and then sent two of those running backs off to the NFL, where they are probably going to get their names called relatively early in the process. So, okay, now you got to do it again, and now you got to start from scratch. So, Carlos Locklyn, let's get a quick rundown of where things stand in the running back room.
Still getting to know each and every one of the kids. Even though, like I said, you lost the two big dogs. But James, he had a good offseason. CJ, I'm still learning. But he's working hard, and I'm excited about Bo Jackson. Like I said, we still got Isaiah West, and then Turbo Rogers will be here in June. So, and we still got TC Caffey. So we got a pretty good. And Sam's here. He's back now as well. So we got a pretty good room. So it's gonna be some fun battles in there.
One interesting name there is Sam Williams-Dixon. He did the Bryson Rogers thing, where he left in the transfer portal after the season, and then decided the grass was not in fact greener elsewhere, and decided to come back. So, what was the story there?
Sam, a young guy, we all been young. We all make quick decisions. But my thing is, when I talk to these parents and I had their sons come play for me, first of all, I let them know it's bigger than football. Everybody always talk the football aspect, and that's not the part I talk with about Sam. Part I talk with about Sam is that we're all going to be successful in something. I want him to be successful in school, and think about he's from here. Getting his degree from here could mean a lot. So that's what I kind of spoke with him about that. And like I said, I'm the new guy coming in this spring, April. The guy that coached him left, and he's a young man. So things are a little bit different for him. But Coach Day speaks about this all the time: tough love. I give them boys a tough love. I'm real. I'm honest with them, and it took some getting used to. I don't lie to him. I tell him the truth. So I think he's quite familiar with who I am now. But I love the kid. He works hard, and like I say, he's a good kid.
The follow-up question to that Sam Williams-Dixon one was about, whether you feel like you have to keep recruiting guys their whole careers, which is, a fair question. This is one, that was the question. The answer didn't go really the way you would have expected, but it was a really interesting answer from Carlos Locklyn. I think gives you a better understanding maybe of how things really sort of work.
Well, I got to say, I know I'm not an elite recruiter. It's much better running back coach out there recruit. I'm not an elite recruiter, and I have no desire to be an elite recruiter. What I am is an elite relationship builder. I build a relationship with the young men and let them know that even though they can go somewhere else, I'm still going to have a relationship with them. I believe in the relationship part. And if you get the young men to believe in that you're pouring into them as young men and not just recruiting like you're selling cars, they'll begin to open up to you and believe what you're saying to them. So I am not an elite recruiter, but what I am is an elite relationship builder.
There are 4 new running backs in that room. He didn't really get directly asked about C.J. Donaldson in any great detail, but did mention that C.J. Donaldson, he's the transfer from West Virginia. His weight is already down from 238 to about 230. That was the thing that they sort of set out to do, have him drop a little weight to get a little quicker. He has done that heading into spring ball. Then Carlos Locklyn was asked about the 3 true freshmen, Bo Jackson, Isaiah West, and Turbo Rogers. He's going to be there in the summer, but here are Carlos Locklyn's thoughts on those 3 true freshmen.
You look at Bo Jackson, he got size. I think he's right now 6 foot, 220. Speed. He got gifts only God can give him. So you see the potential what he could be. Now he's gonna have to work and compete, but I'm excited about him. But like I said, we'll see. Same thing with Isaiah West. You see his size. You're talking about right at 5'11", 215. Built the right way, but he has the right mindset. So you get excited about him because his mindset is like, he seems so much older than he is when you talk to him. His mind is in the right place. And then, like I said, Turbo Rogers is somebody that I've been building a relationship with since he's been in probably 7th grade. And to get him here to have an opportunity to coach him, I'm excited. But the 3 freshmen we got coming in, I'm telling you, I'm excited about them just to see what their journey is going to look like into college football.
Here's another one where there's a question, and he sort of answers it, but in the process of answering it, it goes to all sorts of different places where you get a really good sense for his mentality and as he sort of goes through this answer. So here, the question was about James Peoples' first year on and off the field.
One thing me and James have a discussion about that, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I think so much, like I said, we live in a microwave society. We want instant success right now. And I told him last year, I said, you're going to learn from these 2 guys, and when your time comes, you're going to appreciate it. You're going to appreciate the climb. And he sat behind both of them. He learned. He's leading the room now because he had a great guy to watch and lead the room, which is Trey. And then he saw Q and Trey work ethic, and now he's working just as hard. But, when these guys come out of high school and they, these recruiting services give them these 5 stars and 4 stars. They think they're supposed to come in, play from day one, and in their junior year, they're out. Well, it don't work that way. Not in the room that I'm in. It don't work that way. Because you're going to learn how to be a complete player. One thing I challenged James with this year, all the running backs, and I even said to Coach Day, running backs playing special teams here. We're going to be on special teams. And I challenge every one of my guys with that in there. You're going to play special teams. And I ain't just talking about going to that practice. You're going to be on the 1 or 2 depth chart. Because you told me you want to play in the NFL. Well, you're going to learn how to play special teams. I also teach you to be, just not a selfish player. You want to go out there. I know you want to run the ball. What other ways can you help the team? So last year, I think he got a chance to see all of that, and it's helping him now. I am excited to see his growth, but I'm also excited to see him compete because from a talent level in that room, from top to bottom, it's getting pretty good in there now.
All right, you have probably by now figured out that Carlos Locklyn is not exactly an easy grader. He's not going to be someone who is just going to sort of hand out plaudits or hand out jobs. He's going to make you earn it. So when you hear this answer, I think it really means something. So, Carlos Locklyn, what makes James Peoples stand out?
Compact runner. He has good hands. Has really incredible short area bursts. Tough. Like I said, quickness. Everything that you want in the back, he has. He's not a small guy. He thinks he's 6 foot, as he tells me all the time. But probably 5'10", right about 210 pounds. And he wants to have great knowledge of the game. So those are the things that stand out to me. Is like I said, short area burst. Now I recruited James when I was at Oregon. I first met James in the 10th grade, so we already had a prior relationship. But I see the growth in him now. He's locked in, so I am excited to see him in a more demanding role where he gets the opportunity to showcase what he can do.
Carlos Locklyn's first year at Ohio State was, again, a very successful one, but it was a little bit of an uncharacteristic one in terms of how the Ohio State running backs had their carries doled out. It was really a 1A, 1B, or 1 and 1A model with TreVeyon Henderson and Quinshon Judkins basically splitting carries right down the middle. Seemed like it worked pretty darn well. So is that model last year with more than one guy splitting carries, is that going to just be the plan every year moving forward?
I don't think that's smart to have one league guy in. Now if your expectation to play deep into the playoffs, no. Like I told you before, I said it over and over again. My job here is to make sure Coach Day is successful. All right, and that's putting the best backs on the field. If you want to run one guy run him into the ground and that works for you, that's good for you. And that's not what I'm doing. Now he still can accomplish his goals by having another guy play with him or another guy, because it's a long season. So, when I think about running backs in that aspect, and guys like, I want to be the only one to get the ball, your mindset is not on team goals. Your mindset is on your own individual goals. Like I told Trey and Q, you learn how to be one, we're going to have great success. I think those are the 2 best backs at the NFL Combine this past weekend in the show, but they had great success. They weren't banged up, they weren't hurt, and they learned how to be one. And they still accomplished everything they want to accomplish. They won a national championship here. So they put aside their personal goals and they put the team goals ahead, And when they did that, both of them still got to where they want to be at. And I'm excited to see both of those guys' names called here late in April.
And finally, heading into spring ball, what is Carlos Locklyn looking for out of those running backs this spring?
First thing is I want to see if I can get 3 or 4 guys to start on special teams. That's the first competition I'm looking at. Then after that, I just want to see how all of them compete with more overall. I want to see how James how he takes on the leadership of the room. See how he competes with the other guys, whether it's Bo, whether it's CJ, whether it's Sam or Turbo, or like I said, Isaiah West, whoever it is, or TC Cat. I want to see how he competes. And like I said, the biggest thing is his leadership role. That's the biggest thing I look for in the room. Is everybody gonna come to be one? No, not be selfish, pour into one another. Okay, if I'm not playing on offense, what else can I do on the team? Can I go start on kickoff? Can I start on kickoff return, punt pressure? Those are the things I'm looking for, because like I said, it's going to take that whole room to win. And it's going to take the whole room to win, not just playing offense, but playing special teams as well. So that's what I'm looking for.
Well, we are just about 24 hours away from the start of spring football at Ohio State. Going to be a ton to talk about this week as we get a chance to watch a little bit of practice, couple days, and then have a chance to do some interviews, all that fun stuff. Spring ball finally here. It's only been less than 2 months since the national championship game, but it is already time to turn the page. The 2025 Ohio State football season was a fun time of year. A lot to talk about this spring, and you can talk about all of it with us at BuckeyeHuddle.com. That's where Tony, Kevin, and I cover the team. Mark covers recruiting. We got our whole team of X's and O's gurus there as well to make you a smarter football fan, all at BuckeyeHuddle.com. We hope to see you there. That'll do it for today. Thank you guys all for joining us. Have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.